Welcome to the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast, your one-stop shop for television, movie, video games, comic books, book reviews, and more. Now, without further ado, here's Steven and Mike.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Two Geeks and a Microphone show. I am your co-host, Mr. Stephen Boster, along with the one, the only, Mr. Michael Shanks. Mike, say hey to everybody.
Good morning to all you geeks out there in Geekdom Land, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Woo. I'm excited. I've got some, potpourri to put on the stove. I got to get out my turkey and get it all situated. So
you're not going to put the potpourri on the turkey, are you?
Nah. We're just that potpourri is a nice Christmas time thing to have. So yeah. Nice. Do you guys have big plans? You guys getting family over? Or?
We're going to my sister's house tonight for Christmas Eve. That's what we normally do for Christmas Eve. Then Christmas morning, we'll have our family Christmas, and then we will head to her sister's house sometime Christmas morning.
Gotcha.
Whenever we drag our butts out the door and get there.
Right. We are doing Christmas Eve service with Kelly's mom, and then afterwards we are opening presents after that. Because we're going to be that family this year. Because my wife loves to sleep in. And we thought, and with the way the weather's been, it's like really super cold. We thought it was best even for Kelly's mom not to have to worry about getting out in the cold in the morning. So that's why we're doing it all tonight. So
yeah, it's been insanely cold here. Below freezing. We're talking 0 temps, even negatives a few times.
Right.
It's been miserable. I hate winter already.
It's just a weird cold snap or something. It's like really cold. So here I have to say it's the coldest it's ever been for me since my time in Montana.
Wow.
And when it hit, the lowest temperature for us here at my house was negative 39.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I had heard that we actually got temperatures colder than some parts of Montana, which I was shocked. Because it still doesn't sound quite. I mean, we're cold. We are super cold.
It's cold. And you've got that wet cold.
I don't know. It's not as bad as what we've had this past year. Like at the beginning of the year, we had a heck of a snowstorm that was insane. So far, it's better than that. And then we had the rainstorm in July, which was strange. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. We've had some weird weather.
Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We're going to have a fun day today because Mike and I decided last week we're going to watch a movie. We were talking about Christmas movies and stuff. We were talking about ones that we hadn't seen or couldn't remember seeing that the other one liked. So we've got that in store. I watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and Mike, you watched
Die Hard.
Yeah, which is one of my
finally get to answer the question, is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not?
I know, I'm excited. So stay tuned, everybody. So, but before they do that, we've got our geeky news and geekdar ahead of us. So I guess we will get started with
I really don't have anything for geeky news unless we want to go into more James Gunn rumors.
The hard part. Well, go ahead and play the new. Go ahead and play our news thing. Time full of news.
You just wanted to hear that.
I did actually. Part of me is thinking, with all this James Gunn stuff going on, all the changes and this person saying this person saying that, it has gotten so crazy. I don't know what to believe anymore. And I don't even know if we need to discuss it because we don't know if anything's true or not anymore.
That's what I was saying. Unless we want to discuss James Gunn rumors. I mean, let's see. The latest rumors is that he's firing everybody except for all the ones that he worked with, which I don't know if I disbelieve that or not. Really, I think that may be true. He's buddies with John Cena, and supposedly he's not canning her. He's not canning Margot Robbio, however you pronounce her name. Which I'm not saying they were bad or anything. She makes a fantastic.
Oh, Margot Robbie.
Yeah, Margot Robbie.
Okay.
She makes a fantastic Harley Quinn.
Oh, she makes a great one. Yeah.
But I'm sorry, if you're canning everybody else, then you need to can the ones that you work.
Your
with.
favorites.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're claiming you're starting from scratch, well, then start from scratch. Don't play favorites here.
Agreed.
And I got an issue with that. I don't like that. So, I did see a funny meme. It said, so James Gunn wants to ditch Henry Cavill for a younger Superman, but yet he's keeping Robert Pattinson, who is 36 years old, who played a year 2 Batman, and Henry Cavill's only 39 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about, do you want a younger Superman story?
No,
I don't.
No, I want Superman full powered.
I agreed. I'm tired of reboots. I'm tired of, well, here's how he started. I want to see him in his prime. I mean, that's what we got a little bit with Snyderverse, with the Snyder Cut.
Right. And, I liked what Schneider did with Superman in the Man of Steel, where he did retell him learning his powers and stuff. And I liked the way he did it, but I don't need to see it again. I love Batman, but I don't need to see Crime Alley again.
Oh my goodness. Right. I think the one thing I'll agree with you about seeing his power in Man of Steel, where he was seeing his powers and stuff, that had story implications because you saw it happen again later on. It was setting up what does George Lucas say? It's like poetry. It rhymes. Because it was in the beginning, and then it gave weight to understanding what happened later in the story. Right. I'm okay with that, but I don't want to see young Superman. I want to see Superman. We got young Superman when we got Smallville. Yep. And now rumor has it that the Man of Steel 2 was supposed to have Brainiac, which is what I wanted. Oh, that would have been good. Oh, my gosh. I don't know how I feel. Well, and we've not had it. We've, other than the what was the show, the Krypton show that Sci-Fi I think did, which was not bad actually. It was a decent show. That's the only live action version of Brainiac we've gotten, and he was great. He was portrayed really well. That they got the look of the ship with the skull and everything. It was fantastic, and we're just throwing it all away. Right? It kills me. It really kills me. What was the other rumor? There was another rumor I just heard. Gosh, I don't know. Penguin fell off the iceberg. Sorry. He slipped away. I think a whale ate him. Or a shark. That's awesome. Or maybe a whale shark. Yeah. That's funny. I don't know. In all openness, I don't know how I feel about all these changes or whatever, all this stuff with James Gunn. And I think the catalyst for it was, yes, Henry Cavill, you're coming back as Superman. Oh, never mind. We changed our minds. I'm thinking that just still shows, I think, for me, just the Warner Brothers, Discovery Warner ineptitude in handling the film franchise. Now, in all fairness, I think once before we said James Gunn is a director. I don't know if he'd make a good studio director. Now, technically, he is partners with another guy. I don't remember his name.
Saffron.
It's like the three tenors. People can name two of the three, but they can't name the third tenor. Who's the third tenor? I don't know.
No, I can't name
the third one.
Any of the three tenors. Wow.
So anyway, that's the thing. So I don't know. So yeah, all right. Well, we'll move on. I'm sorry, but that's
right.
Well, stay tuned, everybody, because Steven is totally confused on this whole DC fiasco.
You know what? I just want him to announce something other than firings. Okay, announce some plans.
Ooh, nice call.
Give us some plans.
Give us
something to look forward to.
Right.
He hasn't given us one thing to look forward to yet.
Right.
And supposedly that's coming in January. So we got another week here.
Okay.
I hope it finally comes. Give me something to look forward to, because so far I'm not looking forward to anything you're doing. You know, and that's all I got to say about that.
All right. Well, let's hit our Geekdar then.
Right.
Sorry, wrong one.
Well, you don't need that, Private. We're right here. Now, what is it? Now, what is it? I'm having trouble with the radar, sir. What's wrong with it? I've lost the bleeps, I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps. The what? The what? And the what? You know, the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. That's not all he's lost.
I just saw a meme yesterday with Michael Winslow, and it says the one guy that can actually describe the sounds that his cars are making to his mechanic. I was like, that is so true. So what's your car doing? It's making this sound, and he can actually do it. The great and talented Michael Winslow.
Wasn't he back on? Didn't we see him like just recently? He was on America's Got Talent, or
yeah, he was on there like a year ago.
Was it a year ago? Okay,
yeah, it was about a year ago. I was shocked that he was on America's Got Talent. I'm like, he should be one of the judges, not one of the contestants,
right?
And he should have been able to beat pretty much everybody on the, but
right.
I digress.
So what's on your Geekdar, or do you want me to go first?
It doesn't matter, whichever.
Well, I was super excited to see that Knives Out had a sequel.
Oh yeah, Ruin Johnson,
right? So, which is The Glass Onion, and I missed it in the theater. I wanted to go see it. It was only out in the theater for a week, and I just couldn't make it out there. I wanted to, and I didn't see it. And so then it hit Netflix yesterday. And so Kelly and I watched it last night.
Yeah.
And it's really good. And so the funny thing is, at the end when it says written and directed by Rian Johnson, I was like, I thought the same thing. Rian Johnson, why
it was good, right?
Because it had nothing to do with Star Wars, right? Knives Out was great. I enjoyed the first one, and then this one, Glass Onion, was good. The great list of actors that were in it, they all did great. Kate Hudson's character was just it was hysterical. A little, not when I say over the top, I only mean that in the aspect of that was her character, and she did it well. She could have overacted it, and she didn't, and it was good. But you got Ed Norton in there, and and my brain went, "Don't make him angry. You wouldn't like him when he's angry."
I would have loved it if there would have been a reference to that. That would
right,
be fantastic. That's just like Violent Night. There should have been a Thor reference in there, just because he has the sledgehammer, and Megan and I were talking about that last night. We're like, man, we were so disappointed there was no Thor reference in Violent Night. But
yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
So if I would say for anybody out there, if you see Knives Out, you will enjoy Glass Onion, just because just the main character, Grant's Daniel Craig, James Bond kind of a thing, but he kind of set the stage when he did Knives Out for this character, and he took the character a little bit further. It was really good. The the movie is really in three parts. There's this whole section of the murder mystery. Then there's a flashback. Then it's how do things wrap up, and it's not like a murder mystery. It is sort of trying to figure out who done it, but it really isn't. It's a little different. It's just a good character, interesting film. Yeah, so I'll put it there. I'll say that. So if you like murder mystery styles, it's pretty good and so, all that. So
how many Steven skips?
0.
Oh, wow.
Because it's a murder mystery. So murder mysteries I don't skip. So if I'm going to sit down and watch one, then I got to make sure I have the time because I don't Steven skip them.
Okay.
Unless they're really bad, then I do. But
okay. All right. Well, I got two things on my Geektar actually. So since it's Christmas Eve today, this last couple days I've been on a Doctor Who Christmas kick.
Okay.
Yep, I've been listening to some Big Finish audios of Doctor Who. One I just found out about, which was I can't think of the title of that one. Hold on, Big Finish. Try to bring up my app. What was it? Oh, Blood on Santa's Claw with the Sixth Doctor, Colin Baker, which actually is a free one, so you can go on there and get it for free. That one's pretty good. And then my go-to for Christmas with Doctor Who Big Audio is Chimes of Midnight with Paul McGann, the Eighth Doctor, which is just an incredible story, and it all happens on Christmas Eve, and it's a really good story. So if you're into Doctor Who, check those out. Okay. And then of course I've been watching several Doctor Who Christmas specials. I watched like 4 of them yesterday. It was a lot of fun. But the big thing on my Geektar is this, and we're gonna do a little screen presentation.
Ooh, okay, we'll have to describe it a little bit once you.
All right.
So ready? Those who are listening by audio, yes. All
right. DC presents Batman and Spawn. Done by Greg Capullo and Todd McFarlane.
Ooh.
It's pretty sweet too.
It looks good. The art looks fabulous.
Oh my gosh.
So it said December. So did it come out?
Yeah, I got it this week. In fact, it is sitting here, right here.
Nice. He's holding it up, everybody. So if you're listening to the audio, you can please check out our YouTube page or our Facebook page for the video.
Now, this is the standard cover. There's like, I don't know, 12 different covers for this thing.
Oh.
I mean, come on, you got Greg Capullo and you got Todd McFarlane.
Right.
Of course, you're going to have
So
multiple covers.
So how much is each book? Because if you look at each cover art, maybe it has its own artwork. Is that cheaper than a poster?
Well, the standard one is, I don't know, $4. I want to say $4. I don't see where the price is. I don't know. The girl at Fantasy, she kept trying to get me to get other
covers.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, do you want this cover? You want the McFarlane cover? Look, I just want the standard cover." Okay. She's like, "Well, that's Capullo and McFarlane." Okay, that's what I want. I want the two of them. But you really want the no. If I go down this rabbit hole, I'm going to end up with all of them, and I don't want to spend that much money.
Good for you on the discipline. Well done.
Like, look, I know they're going to have beautiful art. I just need the one so I can get the story, and then I'm good. And yeah, I was good. And it's a good story. They bring Batman and Spawn together, kind of. It's almost like an in-between thing where you kind of get them in between Gotham and New York and in their respective universes and such. But like if Batman manages to get Spawn over onto his side, Spawn kind of loses his powers. He doesn't have the powers the Hellspawn powers that he normally has.
Interesting.
So Batman's able to beat the snot out of him. Because, Batman really can't beat the snot out of Spawn. There's no
Right.
way. Not with the powers that Spawn has. But it's pretty cool because it shows the parallels between the two characters and how there are a lot of likenesses between Spawn and Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And then it hit me. I didn't even realize I've been a Spawn fan for years, ever since McFarlane came out with Spawn and when he introduced Image Comics and such. Granted, I haven't been following Spawn for probably the last 15 years, but it just hit me. I was like, hey, wait a minute. Each one's main bad guy, each one's main villain is a clown. And it didn't hit me until today.
Oh, I never thought about that either.
Yeah, I didn't either. I'm like, oh, wow.
One's fatter than the other.
Right. They're both just as demented as each other, though.
I don't know. I think the Spawn one's a little bit more.
I don't know, because they show the one in here that cut his own face off. That's the Joker they show in here.
Oh, I don't like that one.
Yeah, but it's appropriate for this.
Yeah, sure.
It plays well with this story. It's like, yeah, that's probably the right version of the Joker to pick for this story, because he's just as demented as the Violator, so I love it. It's a great issue. Spoiler alert. So if you're not wanting any spoilers for this comic book, just pause the video or just fast jump, do a Steven skip on the video here. It looks like at the end there will be this is a one-shot story, but it looks like they've
set up for a sequel.
They set up for a sequel. So and there was another time where Image and DC got together and did a Batman Spawn series, and several years back, I think about 20 years ago. I don't know. It's been a long time. They did a crossover back then too. You can now get that in hardback. They got it at Barnes and Noble now. I'm sure they got it on Amazon too. So, but yeah, I need to go back and get the hardback. I probably have bought the issues in the past, but I just don't remember it. So there you have it. That's my
right on. Very cool. All right.
Spawn.
Cool. All right. Now is it time?
I think it's time.
Is it time? It's time for the main event. All right, everybody. We are here to discuss a couple of Christmas movies. There has been some debate about one of these, if it really is a Christmas movie or not. And Michael is here to give us the lowdown on his thoughts. I am here to give my thoughts on National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's on Mike's top 10 or top 5 for you.
Oh, that's number 1.
Oh, it's number 1. Okay.
That is my absolute favorite Christmas movie of all time.
Okay. And then, that's exciting. And so then, in my top 5 is Die Hard, and the first Die Hard movie, and if it is truly a Christmas movie or not. We will have that discussion today.
Do you watch any of the other Die Hard movies by any chance?
I've seen number 2. I've seen number 3 with Samuel Jackson, which that's a good one. 2 was okay. 3 was good. The one with Samuel Jackson was good. I have seen the 4th one only once. I think that's Live Free, Die Hard, Live Free, or something like that. And I haven't seen the one after that.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I've never watched any Die Hard movies up until now.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
I kind of prided myself. That was one of those movies that everybody in the world and their brother and their sister and their cousin Martian, their cousin from Mars, have all seen, and tout, and it's the greatest movie ever, blah blah blah. So I kind of prided myself. I hadn't ever seen it, and I'm like, yeah, I just won't watch it, So
until now,
yeah, I finally watched it. It took me 30 years, odd years to watch.
That's all right. Angie's in the chat. Angie, hey, she goes, I prefer.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Angie, by the way. she says she prefers 1, 3, and the last one. Okay, I'll have to watch the last one then. If she thought that was Yes, Brenda says I broke you. So just from saying, he prided himself, and now he's, he didn't do it for me. He did it for the podcast. He did it for our folks out there.
That's right. It's for the podcast. It's one for the team. I gotta say, this wasn't a hard one to do.
Now, if it was the Mariah Carey Christmas special, that's a different story.
We might have had to do separate podcasts. You're doing your own on that one, pal. And that's not happening on my show. Nope.
All I want for Christmas.
Not gonna do it. Nope. Not gonna. 1,000 points of light. Not gonna do it.
All right. So here's what we'll do. Let me give you my rating for Christmas Vacation. Christmas Vacation.
Oh, wait. What's your scale?
What's my scale?
Yeah, what's your scale?
That's a good question.
Here, wait a minute. I got an idea. I'll pick your scale and you pick mine.
Okay. All right, go for it.
Since we watched each other's movies, and your scale is gonna be Cousin Eddie RVs.
Nice. For a Christmas film, it's an older film. You got to give perspective for that, because as I watched it and stuff, but there are parts. There were parts in there that I laughed out loud. Good. So I'd give it 8 out of 10. I'll give it 8 out of 10 RVs. Yeah.
Nice.
Because the whole scene in the attic just kept cracking me up, because Chevy Chase is great at physical comedy.
Oh my gosh, that scene is amazing. Yeah. I love that scene.
I think there's a lost art to physical comedy.
There sure is. You're absolutely right.
And it was, he just did it. Just that scene itself was, I was like, this is pretty good and stuff. So there was other stuff too. I mean, him trying to put up the lights, and
anytime Randy Quaid is on screen is a great moment.
Yeah, that's true too. That is true too.
You know that metal plate the government put in my head, Clark? Well,
yeah,
he had to take it out and put in a piece of plastic. It's not quite as firm as the
right.
Every time Catherine revved up the microwave, I pissed my pants and forgot who I was for about 20 minutes. I love Cousin Eddie.
Oh gosh, he was funny. It was really good. I loved it. They're all sitting there looking at the lights, and all of a sudden he's there.
I can't believe you're standing right here in front of me.
Right. I don't know if it would be an every year movie for me though.
Oh my gosh, it's every year for me. I could watch it all year round. So
what was really funny, we had already discussed, you and I had already discussed about me watching the film, and so we had our office Christmas party for Simplify Church, and we were doing it. And so one of the team members had created a, Christmas question list. Nice. And you had to answer, and whoever got the most answers correct, won a prize and stuff. But one of the questions on there was, how many lights were on the Griswold house?
Oh man. I watch it every year too. Gosh.
And so I missed it, but when I watched the movie, it is in there. I paid attention to it. It's, let me give the answer. Spoiler alert. 25. Angie got it. Nice, Angie. She put it in the chat. 25,000.
25,000 Italian twinkling lights, or something to that extent. You got to get the Italian in there. That's really important.
Right. I don't think we did that. We should have done
imported Italian.
Right.
See, yeah. If you wanted to be really knowledgeable, you would have added the imported Italian.
I will say that whole sequence, that whole scene, with the lights going on and off, was probably one of the best tension-filled moments of any comedy I've ever seen.
But now the question is, does that count the twinkling ones because the little ones weren't twinkling.
Right.
Dude, there's so much I could quote in this movie.
That's great. That's so good.
Okay, so you watched Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
I watched Die Hard.
Yeah.
I got to say, I am a fan of Bruce Willis. I like Bruce Willis. But like I said, I just kind of prided myself on not seeing it because everybody in the world has seen it. And everyone makes a big deal out of it,
Right. Right.
Yeah, this could be one of those ones I'm not going to watch.
You ready? You want your scale?
Yes. What's my scale?
Nakatomi Towers.
I knew that was going to be it. Nakatomi Towers. I mean, what else are you going to choose in this movie? But,
right.
Either that or shoes or cigarettes.
Oh, nice. That's true. Nakatomi Towers sounds pretty good.
Nakatomi Towers. I would actually give this. Now, okay, I want to state this is not going to be a yearly Christmas movie for me. Okay. I really like this movie. It was a lot of fun. I mean, this has everything I enjoy in it. It has action. It has some comedy in it, here and there sprinkled into it.
Right.
It's just got Bruce Willis kicking ass. Let's face it. It really is a good movie. I really enjoy it. I knew I would like it. I've always known I'd like it. Because like I said, I'm a big fan of Bruce Willis's Last Boy Scout. That's a good one.
Oh, right.
That's probably one that a lot of people don't even remember out there. But
yeah, that's a good one.
I remember in that one, Jason and I went and seen that one in the movie theaters together, and somebody makes a comment to him about dancing, or they made a comment to him, and he said, "If I get through this, I'm going to dance a jig, Irish jig." And at the end, you see him on the top of a billboard, and what's he doing? He's dancing an Irish jig. I mean, so this one kind of reminds me a lot of that, that movie. I would give it 9 out of 10.
Wow, you had fun with it.
Yeah, I really liked the movie. Again, I'm a big fan of Bruce Willis. I like Bruce Willis, and great action, just fantastic movie altogether. And of course you can't beat Alan Rickman. I mean, Alan Rickman was incredible. Yeah. He's fantastic. He's great in everything he's in. So.
He's great in everything he does.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Now, again, I probably would not make this an annual Christmas movie per se. Just because, I got a lot of Christmas movies to get in.
Right. It's not an annual one for me, but it is one of my top 5. I really like it.
I will state this. I do agree it's a Christmas movie.
Okay. All right. Mike is saying it is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I will state that. It is definitely a Christmas movie. It will not be a yearly event for me, but it is definitely a Christmas movie. But I also go on the record as saying Batman Returns is also a Christmas movie.
Right. I saw you posted that. I thought that was great.
Which I did watch earlier this week.
Did you? That was great. Yeah. Yeah, that falls in line with the whole Batman Returns. It takes place at Christmas, Oh,
it's so Christmas eccentric, I mean,
yeah.
Every scene just about in Batman Returns has got something Christmassy in it, if it's not the snow-capped Gotham City to the Christmas trees to the lights and holiday party, Christmas parties that they're at, the fact that the main line in the movie, let's see, what is it? It's about mistletoe. Oh gosh, I can't think of it. Something about mistletoe being deadly if you eat it. I can't remember the whole line, but she says part of the line, he says part of the other line, and then when they're back together as Batman and Catwoman, they reverse the line, and that's when they figure out who each other are, which I love. That's one of my favorite moments in the movie. So, anyway, I say Batman Returns as much of a Christmas movie as Die Hard is.
Right. Oh, Zach says The Long Kiss Goodnight could be seen as a Christmas movie, but not to the extent that Die Hard is.
The Long Kiss Goodnight. I don't know that movie.
Oh, it's a great Gina Davis film. It's probably one of the best Gina Davis movies. It's in the vein of like La Femme Nikita, that female assassin type story. Where I would say that La Femme Nikita, I think, takes place over a certain period of time. Excuse me, Long Kiss Goodnight. But if you haven't seen it, it's a good one.
Zach got it. Zach is our Tito today.
Mistletoe. Yeah, right on.
Even deadlier.
Nice.
Yep.
That's it exactly.
Thank you, Zach. Awesome. Yeah. I couldn't remember it.
Yeah.
The penguin slid off the iceberg. He was like holding on to the side of the iceberg on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Zach gave him a helping hand back onto the iceberg.
Right on.
So yeah, I will definitely go out on a limb here and say that Die Hard is definitely a
Christmas movie. Okay.
And, I really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, which I doubt anybody watching this has not seen it, other than me up until now, I highly recommend it. It's a great movie.
Oh gosh. Zach's following up everybody about talking about Long Kiss Goodnight, saying that Mike would love Long Kiss Goodnight. Great script by Shane Black.
I'll have to check it out.
It is a lost treasure of an action film.
Gotcha.
It's just real quick. It's 20 seconds. The film starts off. She's a housewife. All of a sudden, she's showing these skills, like these. She's really good with a knife. She has amnesia. She's trying to figure out who she is, and then she's like, "Oh, I must have been a chef. Give me this." And she starts slicing up. You're like, "Oh, okay." Only to find out later. I'm not spoiling anything because it's all it's an old movie, everybody. But she's an assassin. But it's the whole story. But she has a family now. And how does she reconcile this really hardcore, assassin with now she has a family kind of a thing. It's a really interesting dynamic. But once she gets her full memory back, poop hits the fan.
Another thing that I love about Die Hard is the fact that, Reginald Johnson is in it.
Reginald Johnson.
Reginald Johnson is in it. And, Carl Winslow. Is that Carl guy a cop in everything that he plays?
Makes me wonder. Boy, what a great trivia. How many movies has Reginald Vell Johnson, I think, or something like that. How many shows has he been where he's played a cop?
Well, you had Carl Winslow in it. You had the principal from Breakfast Club in it.
Oh, right.
And then we also had
I forgot about that. Yeah.
The reporter. Where was he from? He was from something else.
Oh yeah.
And I pointed it out when we watched it the other night too. And I can't think who it was.
Penguin slipping off the iceberg.
Yeah. But that reporter, I couldn't stand him.
Oh yeah, he made it such a great jerk.
He was. And then, okay, I got to ask, why is it all the terrorists in this movie, they look like they should be on the cover of a romance novel?
With the long hair. You're talking about the main bad guy, the main henchman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I all through the movie, I kept going, we need to hurry up and get this done with. I've got a photo shoot for my latest romance novel. I am Hans and this is Franz and we are here to pump you up. All he needed to do would be swishing his hair back,
Right. Every time he did it, right. Brenda goes, "Oh, where's Brenda?"
Yep,
Fabio.
Exactly.
Excuse me. Yes.
I'm sorry, Fabios do not make good terrorists. That's probably the only downfall of this whole movie.
Who was the other one back then? Kevin Sorbo as Hercules.
Right.
Was another one.
Kevin Sorbo wasn't. I mean, I wouldn't compare him to I wouldn't put him on the same level as Fabio.
No, it was all the hair motion.
Well, yeah.
Angie said you also had Clarence Gilliard Jr., who was on Matlock. Yes, he was also on
Brenda
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Brenda pointed out that he was from Matlock. He wasn't the same character that he is in Matlock at all.
No. He just passed away recently.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. I think Chuck Norris did made some kind of nice remark about him or something like that, kind of a thing. But yeah. But I really enjoyed it. My mom used to watch Matlock all the time, so that's when I first saw him. And then when I went back and realized he was in Die Hard, it's like, oh no, wait, he's a bad guy. What's his line in Die Hard? And he's toast. He says that.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, I can quote some of Die Hard.
Well, everyone knows the main quote.
That's right. Go ahead. I know it's on the tip of your tongue.
Yippee Kai Yay.
Beep. Oh gosh.
I did love how he was Alan Rickman was comparing him to John Wayne, and who was it? He was like, no, I'm more of a Roy Rogers kind of guy. I always like the sequin jackets, sequin coats.
Right.
That was great. I love that.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah.
So good.
So what were your favorite parts in Die Hard? What was your favorite?
Pretty much anytime Bruce Willis is on screen.
Right.
I mean, he is the movie. Let's just face it. Bruce is awesome in this. Loved him. And I did like the moment where he finally meets Hans. And, you have even Brenda, she'd seen the movie before and she's going, come on, John, figure it out. And I'm like, he already knows. He knows. John's not that stupid. He knows who this guy is. And he knew the whole time. And I loved it. I absolutely loved that. That was
right.
And then there's some great Alan Rickman moments in the movie.
Yeah, there's fabulous Alan Rickman moments.
Yeah, those two really make the film. If you didn't have those two, this movie would have flopped.
Agreed. That's what made the difference. I don't know if I heard any rumors about who was what's the word?
Who might have been cast.
Yeah, who may have cast differently. But I love Alan Rickman. I love him in I mean, he was in Harry Potter, and it was fun to see him in Harry Potter, but I already liked him before Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite roles of him is Robin Hood.
He made such a good bad guy.
Oh, he was so good. I'll cut your spleen out with a spoon. Why a spoon? Because it's dull. It'll hurt more.
Right.
It's just, I mean, his delivery is just fantastic. He's so good. And then, of course, he's awesome in Galaxy Quest.
Never give up. Never surrender. But he was great.
Grandpa's hammer. I avenge thee. I love it.
He was fabulous.
So good. Zach gave a good line here.
Which one?
You asked for a miracle, Theo. I give you the FBI.
That's a good quote.
That was a good one.
Wait. We should do it in the voice. You ask for a miracle, Theo. I give you the FBI.
All right. So let's move back over to Christmas Vacation a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
So what's some of your favorite parts in Christmas Vacation?
So Christmas Vacation, the whole attic scene I referenced earlier, that is my favorite scene. That's where I really laughed out loud because I love physical comedy, and I love physical comedy done well. Not we went to go see the latest Jackass movie. And that's physical comedy, but and that's just
stupidity is all.
It is but what Chevy Chase did in that attic was prime 100% true artistic physical comedy.
Chevy Chase did is Three Stooges. That's what that is. And
okay.
I love the Three Stooges.
Right.
Brenda hates the three. That's probably why she hates Christmas Vacation, because she hates the Three Stooges. I just figured it out finally. It took me all these years to figure that out.
It was great, hitting the boards and the boards coming and hitting them. And then once he fell through the whole thing where she pulled the thing and he fell through it, you're just like, ah.
Yeah, Megan and I are always like, well, why doesn't he just crawl out now?
Right.
He's still sitting there.
Right. Yeah. So, oh gosh, the Jello scene. Brenda said if she had to pick out a favorite scene, it had to been the Jello scene.
The Jello scene?
I'm trying to think. What's the Jello scene? I missed that.
Deli of the Month Club? I'm not sure what she means by the Jello scene.
I don't know. All right. So, it may come to us here in a minute. The other thing I really enjoyed was the lights when the lights came on.
Oh, cat food. The cat food.
Oh.
This one tastes like lime.
Oh gosh. And then the scene where he turned on the lights or lights. All right, everybody get ready, drum roll, and nothing happens. And all and then she goes and turns on the light, and then it's like, oh, but of course I thought that was going to happen right when the first time he attempted to do so. But then you realize that he checked all those 25,000 light bulbs.
What? We checked every light, didn't we? Oh, yeah, Dad. I'm sure we did. Well, we'll just have to get up there and check them again. Oh, look how late it is. I got to get to bed. I got to do my homework, wash the car, pay the bills, feed the hog. The other thing great about the Vacation series is the fact that the kids change just about every movie. They're not.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's so funny.
Yeah, I got it. So
we don't have any moderators in here today.
I know, just the two of us. Sorry, everybody. We had to take care of a
spam
bot.
Yeah, spam bot
in YouTube.
Oh
gosh.
Yeah, there are so many good lines in Christmas Vacation. So what else did you enjoy?
So the Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and I don't know who the other actor is and stuff. They were so snobby, stuck up, kind of a things and stuff. But I loved it when the two things I really enjoyed. One was, he was putting up the lights and then he fell and then, he grabbed the gutter and the ice went through their window and like, why is it all wet in here? Kind of.
That's one of Megan and I's favorite parts. Why is the carpet all wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot. I love those two. So
right. And then my second favorite scene with them, that was my first one. The second one was when the lights came on. They're like, they got blinded.
I like, hey, Griswold, where do you think you're going to put a tree that big? Bend over. I'll show you.
Oh, yeah.
You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that. I wasn't talking to you. There's so many good lines.
Gosh, right?
Oh
my goodness. So, so it's those were my main favorite scenes. Randy Quaid stuff.
Oh, come on, Randy's awesome in this movie.
It was good. He was good. But you asked me my favorite parts, and I think those were my favorite ones. I would have to say that.
I love every scene that Randy's in. He's so good. He is so funny, especially of course, the ultimate. Merry Christmas, shitter's full.
Right.
In fact, I love that scene so much that I had to buy a sticker that I'm going to put on our camper right above the black tank outlet. So that way I always know exactly where the black tank outlet is.
Nice.
And I've told Brenda I was going to get a Cousin Eddie hat and some and a bathrobe. And every time it's not too empty.
Yeah. I was trying to find, someone had posted somewhere, and I can't remember. I couldn't remember if it was Three Geeky Dads or something. They had done they showed a stormtrooper, and it was like the stormtrooper was in the elevator, and it says, "Ho, ho, ho, now I have a gun," or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, that is total Nakatomi Tower reference.
Now I've got a machine gun.
Yeah.
That was a great scene. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Wow. What were some of your favorites?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I know everybody. It is Christmas time, and it's been busy.
Yeah, and I haven't got a lot of sleep this week either. It's been, I don't know. Sleep has been rough this week.
It stinks getting older, everybody.
Yeah, it sure does. I don't know.
Mike, your birthday is this week.
Yes, it is.
Happy early birthday,
sir. Thank you, sir.
Speaking of getting older,
I will be a young 52 years old. No, I really did enjoy that scene too, where he sends the dead guy down with the message, "Ho ho ho! I have a machine gun."
Right.
Somebody put up a great meme that's you know how they're always like, make sure and leave for what is it? One says make sure and leave I forget what it is. Something for Captain America on 4th of July, you know. But there was one that says make sure and put shoes and cigarettes in your in your duct, air conditioning duct. John
McClane. So somebody posted, they had a Christmas ornament, and it looked like a duck, like ductwork.
Oh, I've seen that.
And you look inside, it's John McClane with his lighter.
That's great. There were some behind the scenes shots, and I bought it digitally on iTunes.
Oh,
there were a few extras, not a lot, but there were some extras of him in the ducting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. So he actually did get inside one of those to do some of those scenes. That was pretty cool. I like that.
We'll get together. We'll have some laughs.
Yeah. Come to LA. We'll get together. We'll have some laughs. Yeah, right. Oh, and the limo guy, Argyle. What kind of name is Argyle?
Right. Well, there were Argyle socks back then.
Yeah, but who names a person Argyle? That's just, I don't know. Really? That's your name? I mean, even if you picked that name, that was terrible. What the heck? But yeah, that guy was just blowing me away. You know, him partying in the back of the limo, waiting for a phone call from John.
Right.
And I guess that was a little dated because of the car phone and everything, you know, because it was such a big deal that he had a car inside the limo, or a phone inside the limo and everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a little dated there, but I get it because I'm old. So, no, it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. So,
yeah. Yeah, good. I enjoyed Christmas Vacation. It was fun.
I'm glad you did.
I did. It
was
good
one
to have
of my all-time favorite Christmas movies.
You know, I will have to watch it again and really pay attention to Randy Quaid's character more.
He's so
because there's like, okay, Mike really like this, you know, kind of a thing. So,
you know, I'm not one to impose, but I made a little list. Starting with the kids alphabetically. I like all the dog food he's buying too. And then Clark puts his light bulbs up there and he throws another 50-pound bag of dog food onto the light bulbs. Oh my gosh.
That was good.
There were so many good moments.
Yep.
In that movie.
Yeah. I would love to hear from everybody. What is your guys' favorite Christmas movies? This was good because I'd like to see us like next year even do this again. See what some of the any of our listeners and viewers what they like and see what's out there that we may not have seen.
Next year I'm adding Violent Night to my list.
Oh yes,
that's definitely going on there. That's going to become an annual event. It has.
Right.
That was such a good movie. I love that.
Yep. Angie goes when he kidnapped his boss and put a bow on him. That was funny. That was absolutely fun. I was like, man, how's he going to get out of this one?
If anybody's looking for any last minute gift ideas for me, I'd like Frank Shirley, my boss. I'd like him brought right from his Merrily Splendor on a Melody Lane where all the other rich folks live. And I want to tell him what kind of, I can't remember the whole line. I love that spew. That is a great, great scene.
Yep. Agreed.
Ready to do some ass kissing?
I will admit that was probably one of the funniest things. Somebody said they knew somebody who recreated the whole police outside the house scene.
You know, I wondered if the SWAT team in Die Hard was the same SWAT team because they're as much idiots as the SWAT team in Christmas Vacation.
Right.
I think it's the same team. I really, really do. I mean, when they showed them, I'm like, wow, they got the SWAT team from Christmas Vacation here.
Right.
I can't believe this.
It's a multiverse crossover.
Yes, it's a multiverse crossover.
That's it. We should really start looking at connective tissue between Christmas movies. How they're all
Die Hard and Christmas Vacation are
share the same SWAT team.
They're the same shared universe. Who would have thought?
That's a good one. I love it.
So it was perfect that we picked these two films.
Right. Who knew? Who knew?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Oh my goodness. So, all right. Well, cool beans. Well, hey everybody. We are coming up on the hour. So thank you so much for joining us. Real quick, I didn't mention this earlier, but we do have sponsors to the show, affiliate sponsors. I know, right? We've got Audible. If you have never tried out Audible, I encourage you, please do. And from our link, which is audibletrial.com/2geeks, TWOGEEKS, audibletrial.com/2geeks. You can get your first 30 days for free. It's a free trial. You don't have to pay anything up front. It's a free trial. You get any audiobook to choose from for free. And so if you've never tried it out, I encourage you to please do. It's fabulous. I have over 140 books in my library, audiobooks. I love them. As I said, my favorite's been the Ian Desher, Shakespeare Star Wars, series is just a hoot. We get voice acting. It's almost like radio drama, but it is fabulous. You also get access to the Audible Plus catalog, where there's a whole bunch of other free books that come with your membership as well. If you decide to continue on, you get 1 credit per month to use on any audiobook of your choice. Access to that Audible Plus catalog as well. I think it's $14.95 a month is what it is. I love it. I think it's great. You've got thousands of things to choose from in all kinds of different genres. So, so check it out. audibletrial.com/2geeks, TWOGEEKS.
Nice.
And
okay.
then, thanks, Angie. Angie put it in the Facebook chat.
Thank you very much, Angie.
So, all right. Well, with that, everybody, we look forward to seeing you next week. It will be, is that technically New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve?
I don't know. I can't access my calendar.
It is New Year's Eve. It is New Year's Eve. So, we'll have a great show for you then. Be on the lookout. And, with that, thanks for joining us, Mike. Any last thoughts?
Just make sure and go like us on Facebook and, all the places, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. If you're a Twitch subscriber, go check us out over there. Make sure to like and subscribe to any of those places. And on the YouTube videos, if you would, please go like the individual videos. That also helps with the algorithm so more people can see us and so on and so forth. Other than that, I think that's all I got. So, switching over to our stuff. Okay. It's like the outro. All right. With that said, Merry Christmas to everyone. We will see you next week. Over and out. Yippee Kai Yay. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then, may the force be with you.